Welcome to episode 1 of Three's Company Podcast. I'm your host, Adam Joseph, goes by Collins1515 on the PlayStation Network. I'm going to bring in my co-host here, Jordan. Jordan, introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jordan Whitney. Gamer tag is Formbinator.
We got some stuff on the topics agenda today that we're going to touch on. First off, we got a couple interviews with reigning Stanley Cup and World Cup champion Kylan, goes by Duque Fucked You Up. And we got Tanner Abrams from our discipline committee who's going to touch on some of the new rules. First off, we're going to start with a couple of rule changes that are new to this year that some of the older members might not realize. The games played for the week are no longer 5 games per week. It's now 4 games per week. Actually, first we forgot to touch on what's in your cup, Jordan. Let's go with that. What's in your cup?
What's in my cup? I got a nice bachelor's bourbon whiskey from Colorado, single barrel, barrel number 704, if you may.
I just finished off the Long Island iced tea, so I made myself a nice gentleman Jack and Coke before we started this up here.
Nice.
So now that we got that important information out of the way, we'll touch on the rest of the stuff. As I explained, should start off with the fact that games nights have now changed to Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday at 9 and 10. The schedule was released earlier this week. Some teams will see there's 4 games scheduled for 8 o'clock on the first Thursday of the season. That's just a scheduling issue that we had to work around. So unfortunately, some teams got scheduled for a third game on the Thursday night. Yes, it still does count to your max games played. No, there will not be an extension or an additional 5th game added for any players. So I want to make that clear. Having said that about the games played, we no longer have 5 games played per week. It's now 4, and that's regardless if you play player or goalie. It's 4 games per week, and we're leaving it at that. There's no, if you play 4 games all in net, you get to play your 5th in net. Not this season. We're going to touch on the new TC rule that's been added in. Basically, everybody for the start is going to be assigned 2 TC players off of our free agent pool. Those are your TC players for the year. You're allowed to use them for ECUs. You're allowed to use them in your lineups. You can use them whenever you need them, up to a maximum of 2 games per use. If you want to use them for 4 games that week, you have to call them up as a roster player, meaning if your roster is full, you have to drop somebody down to your TC. Now, when you drop somebody down to your TC, they have to clear waivers, which means every other team in the league, based on waiver priority, will get a claim at them for a 24-hour period. If they go unclaimed, then they steal your possession and they remain on your TC roster. Everything you need to know about that is basically in any form of message relays that we have to you. It's been in the owner's chat. It's been in Discord. It's been put on the Facebook page. You can refer to that if you have any questions or you don't understand something. PatOLeary's your man. He's also the one that's operating the keyboard right now from behind, and he's going to be helping us out with these podcasts. One other thing I want to touch on this year is sending in clips and videos for your highlights. We really need those to come in. We want to be getting some highlight videos going every week. Monthly top plays, top 10, top 20, top 30, depending on how many replays we get, how many highlights we get. And we are going to be bringing back the 3 stars of the week thing that we did back in season 5, if anybody remembers that. So we are going to be touching on those as well. All right. But first off, I want to bring in Kylan. Like I said, he's our Stanley Cup champion, defending Stanley Cup champion, and he's the defender of the World Cup gold. Kylan, do we got you here?
Yeah.
First off, congratulations on the Stanley Cup title, my man, and the World Cup gold. It's a lot to take on in the first season.
Congratulations,
second
buddy.
season. It's your second season.
Yeah.
And to give Jordan Whitney a taste of humble pie twice in one season, that's pretty good too.
Second place, man. That's what I'm going for, man. I just, I'm not really feeling the first place victory just yet. I want to kind of keep it, third and second, that realm of what's going on. So,
just to touch on Kylan for a bit, like I said, he joined us in season 5. He came in with 42 games played, an incredible 159 points, averaging at 3.79 points per game. That's pretty outstanding for a rookie year in this league. I think our league touched 1,500 people this season or close to. So to have a season like that where you're eclipsing the 150 point mark in only 42 games, that's something not to shake your head about. Season 6, he kind of got away from the player role, so to speak. Still managed to have 64 points in 17 games, but he more transitioned to a goalie role. 22 games played with an outstanding 2.30 goals against average in threes. Anything sub 3 in threes for me is a great stat. And he's sitting at a career 2.52 goals against average. So that includes 7 playoff games in this previous season, in which he was the owner of the Montreal Canadiens, who brought home the Cup title, as we mentioned. So first off, Kylan, what was your keys to success in building a championship team in Montreal?
First off, I tried to make a good core of management. I brought in Corey Shaw, that always had good teams and is a calm person and like good guy, you know. So I got Hedman as well. So Hedman helped me out to get Lime and Ringy in the draft. So yeah, that was pretty good. And then after this, Goalie Gods was on the block because he was only playing 2 games per week, couldn't get more. So a lot of people were like giving him trades and everything. So I said, oh no, I want him. So I threw in Filtered that was second in points. So to make sure that I get Goalie Gods. So like he couldn't really decline the trade. So like yeah, I got him. So I put him GM. And then after that, he pretty much helped me out build the squad even better with good decisions and everything.
Beauty. Thanks. So who do you credit the most in Montreal for your title win?
Goalie Gods, once again. He was a true leader in management. Like I said, he helped me out and everything. And like even in the playoffs, I was kind of pumped a lot and stressed there. I made a bad game because of it, and I talked to him. So like he calmed me and everything. So like I took a walk outside. I was calm for the game, and like I made a good bounce. And yeah, pretty much.
All right. Now that you transition into a new role here in Edmonton to overtake the Oilers, what are your predictions for the Oilers team this season, and how do you think they'll finish?
I like my team at the moment. I built a good draft. I got Brad and I got 2 of his buddies that's playing for Colorado Avalanche, successful line 1. So I think it's going to be a hard line to beat. And
Yeah, Brad pickup. He's a good guy to have in this league for sure.
Yeah,
solid guy, and he's got a good attitude too, which we like. So
yeah, really good guy. Yeah, and
beautiful.
I like Senzagi as well because he plays good team defense. I think everybody can score goals, but I believe the guy that can score goals and play good defense is a good guy to have because when it comes to the sweaty games, defense count a lot. So I think that's going to be good too.
Beautiful. Well, thanks for joining us, Kylan. Best of luck this season, and we'll talk to you soon, man. Thanks.
Best of luck, buddy.
Thanks, man. You too.
That was Kylan. He was the owner of the Montreal Canadiens season 6, brought home a Stanley Cup title, like you said, and he does have a good squad.
It still hurts, man.
Still hurts. I'm sure it does hurt, but you know what? He's got a good squad in Edmonton, and somehow, Jordan, you were able to almost wrangle up the same team you had last year. So I'm sure you should give him a run for his money again.
We're looking for it.
Fish and net is no slouch.
Oh no, man! Jay Fish is one of my best players, one of my closest friends, and happy to have him back on the team.
You've come a long way from Detroit, where you were under the tutelage of Mr. Thomas Spencer, who's been with us since season 1.
Spencer, I can't say enough nice things about Spence, man. I love the guy. But that was season 4, if I do remember coming in, and then just bringing my guys, just playing drop-ins every night in club, and you know we found the league and just trying to like, hey, let's have something to play for. And we found this league, and Spence brought us in, took us under his wing, made Jay Fish and me management, GM and AGM. Where we started to have a little impact on the league. And I think that's one of the aspects of my club is a great locker room presence. I don't see much toxicity, if you will.
Yeah, there's really that around with you for sure.
We like to have fun. We love to win games. If we lose, we get better from, what it is. And still just, have fun playing the game. That's what we're all here for. It's, a free league, and, we spend our time and our effort of making this what it is. And, happy for bringing me on this last season as an admin, and trying to keep it running with all you guys, and then bringing you back. I was happy about that. So
Beauty. All right, we're gonna bring in Tanner here. Tanner, we got you on the line. Tanner, how are you, bud?
Good. How are you?
Good, man. So we got Tanner Abrams with us. Goes by the PSN Howrawtooraw. He's been with us since season 2. He came in with just only 9 games played in season 2, but he still managed to have a good 33 points, averaging 3.67 points per game. Currently now in his tenure with us in Threes League, he's got 72 games played with 295 points, sitting around the 4.10 points per game mark. So he's definitely one of the top echelon players in our league, and we love to have him around. This year he was nice enough to join us on our discipline committee, so we just brought him in here to touch a few things on basically what the discipline does, how they come to decisions, and what to do when those decisions are achieved. So, Tanner, let's start off with, first of all, what's the role of the discipline committee?
The role of the committee is to ensure that the Threes League is, being run fairly, that everyone is following the rules and staying on track. So, keeping people in order.
Beauty. All right. What are some of the things in this league that would be considered major or capital offense? Some that would earn you a ban that we basically would tell you not to come back.
So basically, you can earn yourself a ban as you would in any other league. Like quitting a team will get you a season ban, or repeatedly breaking the rules can turn into major offenses. In severe cases in the past, we have done permanent bans, but that comes out with some serious personal attacks being handed out, and you really have to do wrong for that. But
they're handled on a case by case basis. So
exactly.
Okay. Explain the grade 1 suspension. I know there's a little bit of cloudy air there. We were talking about it today, you and I. What a grade 1 suspension is, and how it limits the games played as opposed to just missing a couple games.
So basically, the grade 1 offense would be like any minor offense. So it can be somebody using a personal attack for the first time, like the wrong word choice even being used in the Discord. If
it's happened to me.
It's happened 2 times, yeah. Us as admins never seem to escape that, no matter how hard we try.
Exactly.
It could really be anything, though. You could do like, I don't know, man. It's really hard to explain. Like, so say a manager's tampering and they message a player on another team and say like, "Hey, I'd like to get you on my team." That right there would count as like a first offense.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's caught and it is brought to the table, then we look at a 2-game suspension, which hurts your 4-game maximum in a week and now turns it to 2. Which is a big thing to some people that want to be playing max games all week and, making sure that they're up there on the board trying to chase some trophies.
Beauty. All right. Just got a couple more questions here for you. Basically, can you explain how the applied process works? Or the appeal process. The appeal process.
Yeah, so the appeal process, the process will go through, so say a member has been banned and they take a 1-season, 2-season ban, whatever it is. You come to a disciplined member or an admin and you want to appeal your ban. So basically, you'll give us your spill. You'll give one of us your spill. We'll bring it to the discipline committee. There's about 8 of us in the committee, and we all decide on something as a group, not just one person. So we all have like a big vote in the chat, and we talk about the pros and cons to your suspension and whatnot, and if you think it should be appealed. If we all agree that you have a good reason for what went wrong or something along the lines, then you can be appealed. Like it's Simple as that.
Beauty. Well, thanks, Tanner. Appreciate you coming in. Best of luck this season. Who'd you get picked up by?
Ooh, Calgary Flames.
Calgary Flames.
Calgary
Well,
Flames.
Alex has got you out west, eh? Okay, Alex. That's a big
I'm ready
pickup.
to go.
All right, Tanner. Thanks for stopping by, man. We'll talk soon.
Thanks,
No problem.
Tanner. See you later, buddy.
See you later, guys.
So yeah, that was Tanner Abrams. He's really stepped up to help Brandon Donovan out with the discipline committee. For those of you who don't know, Brandon Donovan's head of the disciplinary committee. So any issues or stuff you have throughout the season, anything you think was worthy of having the discipline committee look at it, you just send that information over to Brandon Donovan on a Facebook PM, and he'll bring it to the committee, and they'll have a look at it. The more evidence you have, the more things you have to back your case, obviously helps you go a long way. So basically, we want to touch on tomorrow. We got the season starting. Like we said, the game night switched from Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday to Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Game time switched from 9 to 10 o'clock. We have our season starting tomorrow. We've got some huge key matchups tomorrow. Starting off the gate with Jordan Mugford and his New Jersey Devils taking on Tampa Bay Lightning. We've got Francis Dumoulin and Eric Campo took over that franchise there. They're trying to bring prosperity back. We should touch on that. Francis and Eric were both part of that championship team in Montreal, and they're looking to rekindle that in Tampa in the Eastern Conference.
If you look at it, that's a big game, buddy.
That's a huge game to start off the season. That's a huge game. It couldn't have worked out any better with that, to be honest. Those are going to be two top teams battling out in the Eastern Conference, from what I know, because Jordan Mugford's no slouch in building a team, and
Definitely.
he knows thousands of people. So when he sees gamer tags, he only needs to see them one time, and he can remember them 10 years from now. I don't know how he does it, but he remembers them. So that's a huge matchup. We're hoping to get a stream put on the page for that matchup, because I definitely like to see that one.
Also want to touch on that note. If you can stream, please do. It's fun to see what other teams are doing, what's going on. Not just looking at the scores, but it's also fun to see what's going on.
For sure, we got some games of the week that we're going to call owners out, hoping to get some streams. But by all means, we got a stream section in the Discord. Throw your link in there, and if you want, you can paste it right there on the Facebook page. We try to approve those messages as quickly as we can and get as much traffic going on there as we can. Another big matchup, huge matchup we got going out west. We got the Arizona Coyotes, which are now under Mr. Jordan Whitney here.
Still Seattle there, bud.
It's still the Seattle Whales. We had to make a league decision here and say that we were going to force them to move, so they up and moved their talents out to Arizona into the desert. They're taking on relatively unknown team in the LA Kings. Frank's got that team over there. Frank's been pretty active. We didn't hear much from him before the draft, but he showed up in the draft, was ready to go, and I've been chatting to him ever since. He's figured most things out. I think he's a new owner to us. I don't recognize the name, but it looks like he's got somewhat of a decent squad there. A little bit of a hiccup because his GM up and left him, but he's looking like he's got him replaced. Arizona is looking to rebound from the bitter pill they swallowed last season at the hands of Kylan and the Montreal Canadiens. I'll let you touch on your team, Jordan, and what you think we're going to get from them this year.
The boys, oh man, I'm loving the boys. Like I said earlier, we have a great locker room presence. I mean, everyone's down to play. Everyone's down to, let everyone get a turn, and that's what I'm looking for. I'll sit if I have to. I'm not here to, rub any, bad make any bad blood, if I should say. But having the reigning Vezina winner with Alexander Gut, Zeke, that's a huge pickup for me. He's just solid in nets, man. Picking up Panarin in the first round of the draft was a big pick. Obviously having myself and SRL and Waldo, three of the top leading scorers of last season. I mean, what can you say? And once we get our decor set, and
I got nothing but love for those boys over there in Arizona. Like I said, I got introduced to you guys when you guys remember of Thomas and the Red Wings there. And, hasn't looked back since. So
I haven't looked back since, man. Just keep playing, just keep having fun. That's our goal, and try to make the predictions of Dallas and Edmonton wrong there.
Right on. All right, let's move on. Another key matchup here. I had to throw this one in there basically because I got to throw my love out to Jesse out in Ottawa, picking me up there in the 3rd round, and he's got a solid squad. I didn't know what to think about going in there. I don't know literally anybody on that team. I don't recognize a single name on that team, which is exactly what I wanted this year. I've been around since season 1. I wanted to get on a team where I didn't know anybody, try and build some chemistry with some different people. And I didn't know what to expect in that. They got some solid players over there in Ottawa, man. Some solid players. Jesse got in a little bit of league trouble there, so he's going to have to sit a couple games this week. But we'll get him back, and he'll Ottawa will be challenging. Ottawa will be tough to beat. And we got to take on Jason in that Toronto Maple Leafs team that he built. And I guess, Jordan, we got to touch on the big trade they made. The season starts already, man. Season hasn't even started, and they've already
Season hasn't even started yet.
They get Alex Budden, one of the top 5 players in this league, and they get him in a trade out of nowhere. We didn't even know Alex was. The rest of the league didn't even know Alex was available, and all of a sudden he's on the Leafs. And
That's crazy.
That's great for him. That's his hometown team. He loves the Leafs, and let's get to see what he brings to that lineup. But that's going to be a huge lineup with Jason. What Jason's got going over there, man. They're going to be a challenge.
It's going to be challenging. It's a gutsy trade. It's crazy. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. But all the trades going through before we even started, seeing how people have played, it's crazy to me, man. I don't understand. Just give it a week, you know.
It's going to be a completely different season as opposed to years past. We got a lot of things going on. We got PatOLeary and Adam Marshall working in the background, working their asses off to get us some other things going in the background that some people are going to be really excited for next season. We tried to get it launched for this season. It didn't work out, but we'll get it there for next season, and everything will be groovy. One more game I want to touch on here. This is the last one there. Obviously, got to mention Kylan. Took it over, ran Montreal to the Cup Finals last year. Now he's taking over the Edmonton Oilers. They start off their season tomorrow against Leon Mann and the Winnipeg Jets. That's going to be a huge matchup. When Leon's got his boys, they're always competitive. They're always in every game. I don't think Leon's had a team forfeit a game in 4 seasons. They always play their games, and they're always a tough out. Leon was in management. He chose to step away from management this year. Wanted to do his own thing, and we respect that.
Definitely,
we respect that. I did the same, and we came back this year to try and make this league back to what we originally wanted to be.
But that's what I'm most excited about, is having that core management of.
Yeah.
You brought this league up from season 1 with these boys, and just seeing where it's going.
We do got to mention Ethan Atkins. I mean, this whole dream was his idea, but he realized he was in a little bit over his head, so he brought me in to try and help him out. I only plan on helping him for a couple weeks here and there, and next thing you know, we're in season 7, and I'm still here kicking it. So I love it. I love the league. I love what we've built, and we're only going to go up from here, I hope. So.
I believe so, man. I think we're the guys that we have on now, and I think we're, making a run for. I wouldn't say LG status, but I think we're making a good run of the right people, and especially the disciplinary committee, the roster committee. Me with stats, checking everything out, and going on that, and it's just a good vibe that we have going on. Where I don't think
a lot of work goes in the back end, which people don't realize. What did I spend? 14 hours this weekend on that freaking schedule, but it's out.
Yeah.
It's done. It's ready to go, and we're ready to go to kick this season off. So on that note, we're gonna wrap it up here. Big thanks to Patrick on the back end there, who's gonna edit this video up, make it all nice, and that link should be posted shortly. Jordan, I got my co-host Jordan Whitney here with me, and I'm Adam Collins, Adam Joseph. Go by Collins1515. Let's get those links in the bios, guys. Let's get those links on Discord. Let's get some streaming going. Let's build this league, and let's have a good season. We'll be
Cheers,
back
boys.
next week. We'll be back next week for another episode. Thanks, boys. Have a good night.
Come and knock on our door. We've been waiting for you. Where the kisses are hers and his, three's company too. Come and dance on our floor.